Oi, oi! Up and at 'em. How you doing it? It's a Friday. Friday morning. Oi, oi. Hope everybody's having a good one. And I just wanted to put this out there to those people that may be struggling right now. And, you know, we get into those moments where we may be having a bad situation, maybe having a bad, well, I say bad day, but again, every day there's something that we can learn. I don't know where this guy's going in the car. There's always something that we can learn from that day. You know, we can get to the end of our day and go, God, what a shit day, but was it? But if we give that to our mind at the end of the day and we say, God, what a bleeding shit day, then that's what the brain's going to believe, that your whole day was a shit day. And then that's going to accumulate into the next day. And then the next day, you might not be having such a good one there because you just told yourself that, hey, I have shit days. If you think more about not that it's a shit day and look at it as like, what did I learn in that day? No, it's not a shit day, is it? So don't look at everything as totally bad, because it's not. But that's what we do, don't we? So those people that are out there and they're having a bit of a struggle right now, you know, look for the things that you can learn. Look for the things that you can practice. Look for the things that, you know, may not have turned up, but all of a sudden there's that person maybe giving you a call, see how you're doing, or you may do something for your own self that you wouldn't have done in the past. And these are all things to learn. These are all things that they're wins. But we brush the wins off. Why do we brush the wins off? Hang on, let me go back this way a minute. I'm going to stand over it. Why do we brush the wins off? Why is it that we get these wins in our days? We just brush them off. Because the brain, because of that accumulation effect that you've been doing, the brain looks for the bad shit. I say bad shit. Looks for that. And it's going to focus on that because that's what we keep telling it to focus on. I've had a shit day. So next day, it's going to look for a shit day. You don't want to be doing that. Because all you're doing is reinforcing. And once you start reinforcing, every day just becomes a robotic day. It just accumulates. And then you wonder why. You're like, I'm getting worse here. Yeah, because you're giving yourself the narrative that's making you that. It's putting you there. Change the narrative. Change your outlook on your day. Again, if you are in that area where you're like, oh, this doesn't feel too good. Okay, might not be feeling too good, I'll give you that. Hey, listen, I'm human. I get like that. I get to where I'm like, oh, I don't like the feeling of this, oh. But I tell you, there's always those things that we can practice. I said to one of my guys once, they were given a situation. It was very mundane, very same thing over and over again. And it was in the job. And I said, well, what can we do about that? Here you are, you've been given something. You've been put into a situation. We can either tell the brain, oh, this is mundane and boring. And then our mind goes that way because we're in a low energy already. Or we can use that as a practice, say, for patience. What can we use with this? Right? Patience. Practicing patience. Practicing presence. Staying with it totally. Be on board with it totally. Because when we get into those mundane things and we just do things and our mind's wandering off in other areas, that's when we get to the end of the day and say, what the heck did I actually do? Or that day went bloody fast or whatever, right? Because we're not present. Keep yourself present. Do the practices. Use your situations and pick out the pieces that you can use and that you can work with. If we stick with the negatives and we keep putting ourselves down with the negatives, morning. If we stick with the negatives and we keep pulling ourselves down with the negatives, it's only going to go one way, and that's more negative, heavier negative, louder negative, which is totally going to pull you in the opposite direction of where you want to be going. Make the adjustments, guys. Have a great weekend. Stay that course. Namaste.